He says, no, what are you going to do when you get out of here? He said, Andy, stop with all that getting out talk, man. He said, we're system men now. This is what life has for us. These 4 laws. It's all it has for us. So get used to it and stop hoping and dreaming because you're going to kill yourself. Get used to it. You're a prison man. You've been in here 20 years. I've been here 30 years. This is what life has for us. Red, he looked at Red. He said, Red, I could use a guy outside that can get things. Red said, there you go. He said, okay, fine. He said, well, I guess it comes down to this point then, Red. He said, get busy living or get busy dying. But whatever choice you make, hurry up and make it. And Andy went on, and he got out of that prison. And when Andy got out, he gave inspiration to Red to finish his sentence. Well, he did. He got paroled. And he got out. And he was the one that kept Red going. And he met with Andy. And they built the boat together. What's the moral of that story? The moral of that story is, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot quit. Whoever's in this business, you cannot quit. Because somebody's life is in the balance, waiting for you to make it. You have people who are going to tell you that this can't work. This is a pyramid scheme. It's all type of stuff. Well, you know what I tell them? You think it's a pyramid scheme? I get paid. You don't? I get paid. You like it? I get paid. You don't? Still get paid. So sooner or later, you got to come up on this train and get paid. But the only way you can get on that train is if y'all keep staring. I've been with this business 2.5 years. I got more no's than a little bit. I got more people that laughed at me and joked at me. But guess what? They came in my manager director code. Then they later on came in my senior director code. And now I get paid for thousands of electric bills every single month. But I don't say that to brag. And I'm going to end with this last story because I think this last story is so powerful. Does anybody know who Joe Green is? People who saw me speak before, you heard about this story. But for the new people, let's keep it going. Does anybody know who Mark Zuckerberg is?
Yeah.
Some of us do, some of us don't. But guess what? Those that don't, you use what he invented. Ain't that something? Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook. When he created Facebook 8.5 years ago, he invited his roommate, a guy by the name of Joe Green, to invest to start Facebook with him. Joe got so, he said, Mark, count me in. I like how it sounds. We're going to be rich, man. He goes home. He says, Mom, Dad, I found out how we're going to become millionaires. The parents said, how? They said, we're going to invest in something called Facebook with my roommate, Mark Zuckerberg. His parents said, absolutely not. Not only are we not invested, but neither are you. It's just one of those things. Whew. Joe went back to Mark. He says, Mark, I want to say thank you for the opportunity, but right now I'm not going to invest. Boy, oh boy, was that the worst mistake of his life. Because 8.5 years later, Mark Zuckerberg's worth $26.4 billion. And Joe Green is known as the $1 billion mistake. Imagine that was your nickname. The $1 billion mistake. Don't let me misconstrue you though. Joe Green's a millionaire. We all want to be millionaires, right? Be cool if we were millionaires. You know why he's a millionaire? Mark Zuckerberg later on hired him. That's the key word. Mark Zuckerberg later on hired Joe Green to install apps on Facebook. So I tell people all the time, what's worse than being a millionaire? Knowing you could have been a billionaire. What's worse than being a rich employee? Knowing you could have been a wealthy CEO. The point of my story is, and I'm going to end it right here. Somebody has to say no to opportunity. Somebody has to say no to greatness. But it won't be us.
Yeah,